someone who are too scared to let go of the attachments that you've always known. Too scared to let go of your previous habits, your previous thought forms, those friends that no longer serves you, family, jobs, situations, circumstances. Are you too scared to let go of your former self before you awakened in the Piscean age? And are you too scared to welcome the new in this Aquarian age? You see, we were all born with attachments. Let's see this great example. A baby is conceived in a mother's womb. And so that baby, from the time the baby is, being developed in that womb, the baby is having this great attachment, physically and emotionally, within that womb. You see, the baby umbilical cord is tied to the mother, and that's a great form of attachment. But the first thing that happens is once that baby is birthed, that baby's umbilical cord is cut from the mother. And so, yes, that baby continues to be nurtured, and you have this great relationship with its mother. Whether you're a boy, a girl, you develop into a man. And so we see that we do have this codependency with everyone around us. But sometimes the attachment that we carry becomes too much. You see, as we're being shifted and we're even being evolved, you see that when you go through your awakening process, a lot of things that you were attached to, no longer that you feel connected to it. You actually have to go into this great detachment stage, which I like to term the great dark night of the soul. A lot of times you have to almost even be detached with your own physical self. You're now tapping into your soul's essence, where you're shedding your old skin. For some, it even may be physical, whether, they shed skin of just weight loss and, just the emotions, the crying, and the mental stuff, where they're letting go of certain mental aspects about themselves. And you see that, the attachments are truly something that has held us back for too long. The attachments of the old habits. If someone, tells you something and you immediately get upset if you don't like what someone tells you, that's a old attachment of a previous habit or pattern. If you have maybe a relationship, and that person decides, it's time to move on. I don't longer want to be in this relationship, but you're so attached, you want to keep holding on. It's time to let go of this attachment. Friendships, the same thing. Family attachments, where you grew up, you could be very close to your parents. You were a mama's boy, a daddy's girl, and you're probably now 60 years old, but you're still just, being so attached and dependent. Let's say your parents always cooked for you and you never learned how to cook yourself. And you're holding yourself back, just being so attached and dependent on your parents. It's time to let go of that attachment. You see, we all are attached in the essence where we all have this attachment here to share love and harmony and unity. But the attachment that I'm talking about is the attachment that no longer serves us, where, we just want to be attached just to feel that common feeling that we always knew. But the evolution process is one that helps us to shed skins of the old attachment that no longer serves us. Sometimes the attachment that we have even within, you get attached to, let's say, a certain home that you were in, you're being told to move. You get attached to, just the neighborhood, attached to doing things a certain way, to live in a certain way, just be in a certain way. And so this great letting go of the attachment is so important to welcome the birth of the newness in your life. to welcome the wholesomeness that lives around you and within you. So it's so important to learn how to let go of those attachments within and around you that no longer serves you. For you are truly here to blossom and radiate into such a dynamic presence that you only hold on to those attachments that add value to you and to others. So go forth and let go of those attachments and welcome in those wonderful attachments that best serves you and all others.